रजिस्टर नहीं हुई, लेकिन ही इज द मेंबर एक्चुअली, तो आना तो रजिस्टर करना चाहिए।
और क्या सबको बोल कर दिया, सबको बोल दिया कहेंगे
मैम। 3 रिमाइंडर्स। हेलो
हेलो। ठीक है। संजय को समझा दो। हेलो।
हाय प्रशांत भाई।
हाय गौरव, क्या हाल है?
बस यार बढ़िया।
और कैसा चल रहा है सब?
बस यार बिजी बिजी। तुम्हारा कैसे चल रहा है? ओह वाओ, रुशांक इज आल्सो हियर।
हेलो, ऑडिबल?
यस ये हमारी आवाज सुनाई देती है। यस
हमारे इनपुट में ऑन है।
अब
Should partners and also come.
will come here.
Yes, बाहर देखा बस मैंने। आओ मैंने बात नहीं करा। वेंकटेश सर। एक आइटम में जी थैंक यू। नहीं थैंक यू। जिन्हें नहीं वो नहीं आ पा रही, ऑनलाइन मीटिंग में करने हैं। हाँ आशा इंस्ट्रक्शंस कम अच्छा बाहर संकट सर को बोलते संकट सर को हाँ जी यार ऑडिबल। हेलो प्रदीप, आवाज आ रही मेरी?
हाँ जी आ रही है आवाज सर।
गुड
Yes, sir,
आफ्टरनून
you are well
स्टूडेंट्स।
audible, sir. Hi, everyone.
हाय हाय।
So we are going to start our urgent GBM.
Yes.
I formally welcome all alumni members of SPA Bhopal. We are here gathered for urgent GBM of alumni, and major agenda is to formulate alumni association with the due process of election, so that we can become more active and functional. At the moment, we have some member as a nominated alumni member for its registration purpose, in which I am holding the post of chairman. Sandeep Arora ji is vice chairman. Vibhor is secretary and Anand Kishore is treasurer. So we are the at the moment member, and the 2 students were there. Ramesh Bhole, Bhole and another one Avnish. Avnash Verma. So these were the person those have initiated the alumni when it was registered. but because we are the nominated member, so we are not able to utilize the fund and conduct many activities unless until we go for a due process of election. So in this connection, we hold our executive members meeting 2 days back, and in which we decided that we need to go for election process so that elected member can take the responsibility and the activities of alumni. We also decided that to hold the election, we need some person who can.
नहीं मेरा नहीं
Audible ना?
संदीप सर
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah.
मेरा कर
Say yes or no.
Okay.
All right. And please keep your mic on mute because we can't able to hear you as well in the middle of our presentation.
So for holding the election, we proposed name of 2 persons, one for RO and one for election manager. And I am happy to say that Architect Naina Singh agreed to be returning officer for holding this election, and Vibhor Bakshi will act as a election manager. If everybody is agreeing on that, so I think after this process, Madam will explain the election process. What is the opinion of most of the member on these names? Somebody can respond on that.
Sushant, you have to unmute yourself.
Please unmute and respond.
Prashant, you're
we are
not
able to
not
hear you.
not audible. Not audible. Maybe I can say till
Yes, sir,
Prashant is unmuting. So we agree. I mean, I agree with this. It's good selection of committee, I think.
Fine.
So like, right.
If there's anyone who has objection, please raise your hand and let us know if you have any objection to these things.
Returning officer, Architect Naina Singh. Election manager, Vibhor Bakshi. I think most of us are agree.
Most of them.
Okay. So before going to explain the election process, that I requested Naina Madam to present entire process, how we are going with. I just wanted to give you some highlights of last decade, because many of you might not be in the campus or some information. So just a brief. We all believe that most senior person in SPA is the students of 2008 batch. Those joined SPA before there was no faculty, staff, and even the building or infrastructure. We started from there, and when we started to join as a faculty and staff, definitely we have seen very different kind of environment where we played our role in very different way. Apart from the teaching and academics, we were also managing many things, whether it's a hostel and also compromising with many things and doing a lot of things, which I can witness with the photograph whenever we see. Whenever we see those photographs, it energize that.
You know, the 2000, I can see people from the first batch. So, how are you? Good. तेरे बारे में काफी कहानियां सुनी है मैंने.
Thank you, sir. I'm good. I'm so happy to see you after so while.
It is nice to see you after, I think, quite a number of years, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. So you know, हमने तो इंस्टीट्यूट को बनाने में काफी मल्टीटास्किंग की है, और आप लोगों ने भी काफी मल्टीटास्किंग सही है ना?
Actually, we always give the example to new batches that कि उस टाइम पे स्टूडेंट आप लोग जितनी कंप्लेंट करो, आज इतना होने के बाद एक टाइम पे ऐसे भी स्टूडेंट थे जब कुछ नहीं था तब भी वो बड़े मुस्कुरा के जी रहे थे.
अरे प्रदीप, तेरे बाल गायब हो गए हैं?
गुड इवनिंग सर. सर बाल तो वहीं से गायब होने शुरू हुए थे. अभी थोड़े बहुत बचे.
All of you, and I also nice to see you in so many numbers. And being the chairman of the alumni committee, we are now happy that we are now able to organize our alumni. So we had a meeting yesterday. So what we are starting with, we will be giving every alumni a number, kind of a membership number, or say registration number, so that in the election process it will help us. So you might get those numbers, Abhinav.
Yes, sir.
By when?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Ah.
By today, I will publish on the website.
So by today or tomorrow morning, it will be on the website. So, I think Naina will explain you the schedule, because she is now, and we will also appoint an observer also, which will be from the, because returning and manager will be there, but there has to be one observer also. So, director sir might appoint an observer, whoever it will be. It can be Dean Student Affairs, it can be anyone. So there will be an observer also, and we will have an online election process. So Naina, you start from how the
So after 2008, there was a lot of things which you already know how we have managed the things. Somehow in 2014 we shifted in our post campus of Dhari with the two buildings of one hostel and one academic space we created for holding some classes. From there we started to make our campus more in terms of development of infrastructure and buildings. And up to 2016, most of the residential part was completed, because there was some completion of academic building which was going to get into some problem, and it was not happening. To accept the academic building, almost things were ready up to 2016 or 17. During up to 2014, when Karesar was director, so things were very in right order. After that, 3 years were very stagnation period, because there was no director. So decisions were pending. So from 2014 to 17 time period was slightly slow, and during that time period, progress was down, and many things was get something what we can say. But after that, Dr. Sridharan joined as a director, and then again we started the process of alumni, and this registration was happened during that time period. Registration of the our present members. After that, in 2018, we also added few master's program, masters in transport planning and logistic management, and masters in design. ये दो मास्टर्स के प्रोग्राम और ओपन हुए थे. पहले तो हमारे पास 5 मास्टर्स थे और 2 यूजी प्रोग्राम. Then in 2020, it started the main academic building under the able guidance of Dr. Sanjeev Singh. और फिर वो कोविड का टाइम पीरियड आ गया, तो अगेन देयर वाज सम प्रॉब्लम, एंड समहाउ इन 2023 we were able to shift in our main academic building, although because of the crunch of fund and the area left for the development, so we could make only 10,000 square meter of area, in which only PG, it means architecture and planning, was shifted over there. In fact, all the PG program are still in this old academic building, or we can say student amenity center, most flexible building in that terms. Apart from the academic or regular academic and courses, we are also opened up many centers. One was the Design Innovation Center. Rachna madam is with me. Actually, there was initiative from the government of India that you should have, or central government organizations should have some innovative research. And for that, SPU Bhopal got 2 projects under the flagship of SPU Delhi, in which one was the Design Center for Housing and another was for Universal Design. And both research projects got approved, and they have heard a lot, and they come up with some sort of mobile applications as an outcome of that particular research. Apart from that, we have a Geoinformatics Center, then Cultural Knowledge System. This is the one area in which Government of India is emphasizing that we have forget our past actually, and the knowledge which was there in our Vedas and text. So how to revive that? What we can learn from that? So on that line, basically, Cultural Knowledge System, one center was open up here. Then Government of India also opened up an opportunity for creating incubation center in the name of Atal Innovation Center, in which, gladly to say that from the Central India region, SPA Bhopal got that opportunity or got that particular project with the funding, in which SPA Delhi was not able to beat us. So we got that particular project from the Central India. It was a very prestigious point for us. Atal Incubation Center, it is started. Then Indian knowledge system in the town planning, that is also open up over here. So in that way, many centers are going to come or are functioning in the Center for Vernacular by the Sanjeev sir. So in that way, lot of centers we have opened up. During this time period, lot of research and consultancy project also taken up by the SP Bhopal, and in which in all the sectors, especially if you look at the conservation and heritage point of view, our conservation department is almost leading all kinds of heritage development in various places across the Madhya Pradesh and India as well. And I don't know whether I should say or not, but this Sansad Bhavan, which is replaced by the new building, its renovation is again come to SP Bhopal. That's a huge target that we have achieved. And not only from the conservation, every department, if you talk about the planning department, transport planning, urban planning, every department getting lot of research project and lot of consultancy project. So in that way, it is no more just only education. It is at the time we are also doing lot of research and consultancy work. And what we are missing, that where is our stars? What they are doing? Can we do something with them? Can they help us? Can we help them? Something like that was missing, and that is why we are here to make that bonding as well, so that we both can grow together. We can help you out, you can help to us, and there is a lot of avenues for our junior student to take from your side, because you are in profession, you are having a lot of experience. So we also wanted to make a regular communication with you and our student. So we are also having MOU with many universities and many organizations in Bhopal. ISAR, NID, AIMS, NIDTR, all universities are having tie-up with us. Recently, we have got a lot of projects from the AIMS as well. So in that way, what I wanted to emphasize that SP Bhopal is now expanding their wings in all directions, and you all can also take the benefit of research and other activities happening over here. We can also take your position wherever you are, and in that way, we both can make a difference. So by this, I will say that Naina madam, please you can go by the election process, so that we can formalize our council. Thank you so much.
I'll be sharing the screen. I hope you can my screen is shared screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will just start since 2018 was our alumni association was being registered in the name of School of Planning and Architecture Bhopal Alumni Association, and we have now our registration number along with it. So when we talk about so there's like we have different type of membership which is there for this association. Alumni, when we say, it is all the ex-students who have received the degree which is awarded by the institute, SPF Bhopal. So that we mention as an alumni. And active member who have actually paid the membership, which is actually given as a regulation during the time when this registration this society was formed. But at present, we have floated a registration form. So if you have filled up those forms, so you are the active members. Ex officio members are also there, which is actually Dean SA and Dean PND. They are the ex officio honorary member of the society. And of course, the students, the final year students, they are considered as the student member. So majorly the active members are those members who formulate this executive committee formulation, which is there. So our organization of this committee of this alumni association, it is paid by Director Sir of SPA Bhopal. We have formulation of general body, which is formulated by the active members, executive body, which has executive committee, which have office bearer plus the executive members which will be there. And of course, later on, we can also have a local chapters that depend upon the further distribution of this alumni association. At present, we are in the process of this registration process till today morning or around 2 p.m. we have 759 active members. And we have also made a particular alumni active or alumni members this particular mail ID. Out of this 759, we have the representation of across UG as well as a PG program and lot of who have done their doctorate. So we have also have the representative of across all the programs. We are happy that our alumni are not really limited to India, but a lot of people, they are working in abroad in different sectors, whether they are working as in industrial practices, self-employed, they are working with their own firm, working as academicians. They are further going with the education studies for their upgradation. So we have a good active members who are the member of this alumni association and working for the society as well as for the profession. When we talk about our general body, which is there, initially because of the registration, we have already have some guidelines which are there. Just talking about the rules and regulations for association, as well as we have an election guidelines, which is given with the registration process, and it is available on the website, so that it is required to even to set the guidelines for the executive committee, which is aligned with the objectives of association. Obviously, next duty is for election, to conduct election and have elected office bearer and member of elected executive committee. The executive committee has again two parts. One is which is elected by the alumni members, and second part which is nominated by the various other sector, which we can say. So at present we have 7 posts for election, which include president, vice president, secretary, treasurer, and 3 members of executive committee. We also have 2 representative of the student member, those who are from the final year. They will be nominated by the student council. They will be from the final year across the programs which is already there in the SPA Bhopal. We have invited members if it is required. This can be like it depends upon the executive committee how they can formulate. They can always have an invited member who can contribute in the alumni. It's not necessary they will be from the alumni association, and 1 honorary member which is nominated by the faculty. So this whole list that formulate the executive committee. For the election process, we have majorly 4-term returning officer who should be the member of society. Then manager will be member representative from the executive committee. Voters are all alumni members, active alumni members, and candidates a voter who will file his or her nomination. For the qualification of each post, all the alumni of SPA Bhopal who hold the degree or awarded by the SPA Bhopal, and they have registered for the membership of the association will be considered for the nomination process. That becomes the first eligibility. Second, obviously the candidate should not have subject to any disciplinary actions which is taken at SPA Bhopal, and they should not have any previous criminal record or involved in any type of convict of any of these. Fourth, eligibility is each candidate is eligible to contest for only for 1 post. And fifth, which is already mentioned in the rules and regulation of SPA Bhopal Alumni Association, says that one of the executive member and the treasurer should be stationed at Bhopal, in the vicinity of the Bhopal. So for that purpose, it is required to support the location with respect to some employment or residential proof which will be allocated for this particular post. One for treasurer and another one for the executive, one of the executive member out of 3 executive.
I will emphasize on this point.
Yes. So this is very much required that the treasurer and one of the executive members should be stationed in the vicinity of Bhopal, because they will be majorly participating in communication with the institute and the alumni. So that is, even though we have a fund which is with the institute at present, part of the alumni fees which was being contributed by all of you. So that amount is already with the institute. So we have to also streamline all those factors which are. Now, as sir has already mentioned, the present executive committee, it is on the basis of the nomination which was being nominated or which was being made, formulated for the registration process. And we have, they have the major duties which is to draw the detailed program, propose the RO and the manager for holding election, submit the list of active members, format for filling nomination and withdrawal of nomination process, as well as talk about the procedure of voting and counting procedure which has to be done for the election program. So I will just detail out each of them. So we are proposing election program. So at present, after this GBM, by 2nd of April, we are proposing to have notification of the election so that it can be formally announced for the election process. Second is nomination form will be filed, which will be supported by the proposer over there. There is an option of withdrawal of nomination. If later candidate feel like or they wish to withdraw, they have an option by 18th of April. Scrutiny will be done just to check the eligibility, which is being already discussed earlier. Then on the base, after scrutiny, there will be a declaration of the candidates. As we are proposing to go ahead with the electronic election process, so we will be communicating by emails how to do the online voting process, and there will be a document which will be circulated to all the active members so that they can participate in the online process. Online polling will be done on 8th and 9th of May, and that is on Wednesday and Thursday. And if it is online, we can always declare the result by the next day. So that is the whole proposed program for the election. We have already collected the data at present list of active members, and we will be in the process itself. So we can always update the active member list. So we have already shared this link, even though this particular invitation is already there on the website. So you can always scan the QR or join with the link. So you can, even though at present, I will again request all the alumni to circulate this information in your batch, because we have those data which was being submitted to us in earlier stage. Your batch-wise mail ID, if they are being supported by your alternate email address, then that we have circulated the information beforehand and we try to collect. But maybe some of the mails, they are not functioning or there is a delay which is happening. But this process we are continuously doing, and we are adding the active member to the alumni member mail ID. This we have just done all this formatting of filling forms for nomination, for withdrawal, how we can circulate to each one of you. And again, for voting and counting, we will go with the e-election process, and it can be done most probably flawlessly. And this time in SPF Bhopal, we have conducted the election for student council also. So it has gone flawless and worked very well. So that is what we are giving the proposing for this committee formulation. So this is what I want to maybe convey to this meeting.
So is there any suggestion, any question, any queries regarding this? Any clarification?
Nothing, sir. It's look quite good, and I hope we'll get into a process. And later on, there are always a chance to improvements. We'll see if any suggestions landed before the election or even after the elections.
That's good. I think when there will be elected members, this association will work very nicely. और आप लोगों को बहुत challenge लेना है because we are already very late, very it's quite delay. So you have to work very hard. We all are with you. एक confusion जो मुझे लग रहा है कि किसी को ना हो. As Madam told that the post of treasurer is for the person who is stationed in Bhopal. भले ही वो भोपाल का रहने वाला नहीं हो बट उसका प्रूफ होना चाहिए भोपाल में रहता है आप रेगुलरली आता जाता है बिकॉज इट इज अकाउंटिंग ना बैंक यहाँ का होगा उनसे बात करना लेकिन नहीं सारा एक्चुअली दैट इज व्हाई देयर इज अ ऑर्डिनेंस दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट और अनदर वन इज द वन एग्जीक्यूटिव मेंबर वन मेंबर इट कैन बी एनीवन so these two are from the city otherwise other can be from any place.
Is there a process of signatories in bank accounts? For that, you need to have somebody who can sign on behalf of alumni associations. For that, we need to have somebody who's in the vicinity of. Otherwise, everything will be stuck.
I would just add one more thing. Even though we were getting number of suggestions for collection of data, because we are using Google form to collect the data from all the alumni. There is a lot of softwares are there, lot of companies they are actually contacting us where they can actually manage the whole data. But the issue which we were facing, the data will be then in their domain. So that is where we were stuck. So I will even though request from the alumni, if you have certain resources or you can actually manage those data. Because those data were in the domain of that particular organization or that particular company who was actually offering us. So that was restricting us to go ahead with any type of collaboration or doing this upgradation of the alumni data which we have.
Another important aspect is we wanted to have a physical meeting in our campus just or near to after this election. So I think keep thinking in that line as well, how to do, what to do, because it also needs some planning and some execution process into that. First time जब सबको मिलना है तो कैसे मिलेंगे, कहाँ रुकेंगे, क्या करेंगे, क्या नहीं करेंगे, तो it's a huge process. It is not only the duty of that 4-5 person जो elect होंगे, no. Okay, they are the member or they are the taking decision and doing the thing. But at the same time, you might have also require a lot of good team to work on that line. So the person those are having this kind of orientation in management of these things, है ना? जिसके बाद ये वाला skill है उनको और आगे आना चाहिए so that they can manage a good show. पहली बार अगर कहीं मिले alumni association में तो लगे कि यस मिला है.
And we are fortunate now we have a lot of spaces in our campus also.
And at the
I wish ki you should come to SPA Bhopal.
And this time we have very dynamic and very director which is supporting. Actually उन्होंने इतना pressure किया है कि तुम लोग कुछ नहीं कर रहे हो. वो बहुत pressure है उनका कि you have to create that और बहुत support भी हर तरह का. Very very cool in talk और कभी मुझसे discuss करेंगे बात करेंगे you feel that बहुत easily सारी चीजें हो रही हैं. That is why we are here. आने वाले जब तक आए नहीं. Yes please. So that kind of support we have. और रिसेंटली अभी हम लोग ने एक बड़ा अच्छा जो है एक्टिविटी किया है स्टूडेंट का सिनर्जी. बहुत बढ़िया एक्टिविटी था 3 दिन का. विजयवाड़ा दिल्ली कॉलेजेस आए थे यहाँ पर 200-250 स्टूडेंट 3 दिन. ढेर सारा गेम और ढेर सारा कल्चरल एक्टिविटीज एंड व्हाट नॉट. वो सारा चीजें बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज हुआ एंड एवरीबॉडी अप्रिशिएटिंग दैट. बच्चा मैडम देयर इन स्टूडेंट अफेयर बहुत पेन किया मैडम 3 दिन.
आप लोग क्या 250 तो
3 दिन क्या, 1 हफ्ता रह गया?
एडजस्ट कर ही लेंगे अगर आप GBM
तो सारे नहीं पढ़ते, कैंपस में थे सब अपने हॉस्टल में।
everybody was staying here. We did all activities in our campus only, so it was fun. आप भी फायदा उठाएं और अपनी GBM जैसे ही बात हुई ना फिजिकल मीटिंग के, everybody had a smile on their face. तो इसके पहले बोर हो रहे थे, what's going on, फिर अब तो सब कुछ हो रहा है.
Good, ma'am. I would add that this election, please take it. It is very important, because this will be the first elected body. That is very, very important, because that is the body which can actually, move things around. But it is very important. Please share this link for registration in your WhatsApp groups or whatever way we are trying to reach. But if you can share it further, just ensure that all the people in your group are part of it, so that this registration number goes as high as possible.
तो मैडम हम लोग कब तक के लोगों को एक्टिव मानेंगे, क्योंकि इलेक्शन के लिए कहीं तो हमको डेडलाइन नहीं मिली, उसके बाद के मेंबर को बाद में कभी कंटिन्यू करेंगे या बाद में ऐड ऑन करेंगे? कीप एडिंग, अगर डेली भी लोग ऐड हो रहे हैं
As much time possible, if we can continue.
बिकॉज अब जैसे मान लीजिए इसमें तो कुछ लोग पोटेंशियल कैंडिडेट है जो सोच रहे होंगे मेरे को अपना जो वोट बैंक बढ़ाना है, वो अपने परिचितों को जरूर बोले कि भाई तुम लोग रजिस्टर तो करो। तो वो रजिस्ट्रेशन हम लोग कब तक करेंगे? फॉर द इलेक्शन पर्पस, आफ्टर इलेक्शन इट विल कंटिन्यू एज पर द शेड्यूल।
एक डेडलाइन बना दीजिए ताकि तभी तक रजिस्टर कर सकें. Maybe after nomination, we can stop this process of registration.
लास्ट डेट ऑफ नॉमिनेशन के बाद ये सकते हैं?
नहीं, बहुत जिम्मेदारी का काम है. पहली बॉडी का जो होता है ना, इलेक्टेड बॉडी का की जिम्मेदारी है, और साथ में वही बना सकती है, वही सब कुछ बिगाड़ भी सकती है. तो बेहतर है that you do it wisely and you put all your brains.
ट्रेंड सेटर्स,
हाँ, ट्रेंड सेटर है. अगर आप चाहें तो बहुत अच्छे से इसको स्टैब्लिश कर सकते हैं. And so you are connected, you will be connected with your parent institute for your entire life, लोग 60वीं 50वीं बार जाके सालगिरह मनाते हैं, तो वो इसीलिए ना मना पाते हैं क्योंकि they have a strong element. So this is your responsibility. Your first की तो बहुत ही ज्यादा है, और हमारे पहले बैच ने भी बहुत कमाल किया है, और उसके बाद लगातार कई बैचेस ने बहुत कुछ देखा है to establish this.
definitely you have set a lot of good trades. For example, बर्कले का जो प्राइस जो है वो हर बार एसपीयू को ही मिलता है, वो पता नहीं किसने सेट किया, वो चला आ रहा है, टूट ही नहीं रहा. That kind of time.
तो बिल्कुल आपसे भी तो आप लोग जो है इसके लिए बहुत सीरियसली प्रयास करें, और डेडलाइन एक बना देते हैं, so that we can allow only those people to vote, those who register by a particular date.
और वो जो फिजिकल मीटिंग है उसमें आप अपने रिसोर्सेज भी यूज कर सकते हैं. इतने टाइम में हो सकता है कि आपने कुछ अच्छे कनेक्शंस डेवलप किए हो जो कि इस तरह की चीजों को बहुत अच्छे से मैनेज कर सकते हो. दैट कैन ऑलवेज एक्सप्लोर. अच्छा, इस टाइम तो हम लोग चाय पी रहे हैं, ये एलुमनी के पैसे की नहीं, क्योंकि एलुमनी का फंड हम ऑपरेट नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन जब इलेक्शन हो जाएगा तो आप लोगों को चाय जरूर पिलाना.
चाय हम आपसे आके कभी भी पी लेंगे सर.
Just for further connection, I think जितने लोग भी मौजूद है, अगर वो थोड़ा तो इतना बता दें कि अभी कहाँ पर है, क्या करना है, तो हम लोग को थोड़ा सा और अच्छा लगेगा. Continuing our impression at the moment.
And if you can switch on your cameras also, some of them.
शकल भी दिखाएं.
और वैसे
That is also
बहुत से लोग तो ऐसे भी इन्होंने मेरी राय नहीं ली थी यहाँ पे. बट ठीक है, चलो.
देख लो, वो भी अभी है, हमारा नहीं हो जाए.
And it's good to see juniors. It's amazing to see Venkatesh.
Venkatesh,
Like Venkatesh, I remember has transformed completely.
Disha is also there.
Ashmita, good to see Ashmita also, my senior.
best with the
Durga Prasad.
क्यों ऑफ करके बैठे हैं भाई?
Durga,
हम तो तुम्हें देखना चाहते हैं.
कैमरा ऑन नहीं कर.
वाह.
Durga.
It's
yeah.
good to hear from you guys.
Good to see Durga. Good to
श्वेता मैडम बोल रही है दुर्गा बार बार चेंज हो जाता है. चेंज इन लुक्स.
Abhishek.
Good to see Abhishek. Good to see Nalini also.
Hello, sir.
ओए,
Hello,
ओए,
everyone. Hello, all the
अभिषेक
faculty.
अभिषेक जस्ट अभी पिछले बार के काउंसिल के प्रेसिडेंट रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा इनिशिएटिव लिया था अभिषेक ने. आई वाज द डिस्ट्रिक्ट अफेयर दैट टाइम, और हम लोग ने बहुत कुछ अच्छी करने की कोशिश करा था. 24/7 भी करवाया था तुमने, मुझे यहाँ तक याद है.
Thank you, sir. That was everybody's equal effort.
24/7.
Oh my God. Oh. आप उसको बंद ही नहीं करवा पा रहे अभिषेक.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, Harshil. Harshil is also there.
It's good to see Harshil. Hi,
Harshil.
Hello everyone. Hi. Very happy to see all of you. बहुत अच्छा लग
Good to
रहा
see
है.
Romit also. Romit. Ananya.
Hello.
Sukanya is here. Yeah, Ramit.
Hello, hello, everyone.
Tarun is
Good to see Tarun.
Tarun ने change नहीं है. Tarun is same, still same.
Tarun, you're on mute. Tarun, you're on mute.
unmute yourself.
Hi, good evening. Happy to see everyone here. Like I feel really happy to connect with everyone after such a long time.
So good to see Tarun again.
And congratulations on the academic block being built and congratulations on completing the 10 years. Like, really happy to see that.
You need to come in person to see.
Definitely, ma'am.
Hi, Nisha.
I was just curious, how do the alumni who are abroad going to be participant of the entire process that you're planning to do? Because most of the projects and every expansion aspect that you were talking about was pretty much limited to MP. So how is people who are so far away and have no plans of coming back in near future is going to work with us exactly?
Nisha, we have only two elected body members. Those will be in or around Bhopal. Rest of them can fight elections from anywhere. You know, that is why they are doing.
I don't want to. So I don't want to stand for election. I am not the forefront person.
But you can vote.
I don't want to be that. But then again, like after the body is formed, how can we be involved in long term in coming years?
Now it will be committee of elected body to see where everyone is based, and then they can, develop a kind of a possibility का एक पूरा एक बनाए that if somebody is based outside, some people, those who are in India, those who are near MP, those who are in architecture practice, those who are in academia, ऐसे करके पूरा बना लेंगे, and then they will connect with you. They will have to map out that who is doing what, who is based where, and how to involve all of the alumni members in benefiting the parent institution and at the same time connection. आपके से और हमारे connection से जो भी होगा अच्छा ही होगा, चाहे वो आपके juniors का हो, चाहे वो आपका हो, चाहे जो भी हो.
Yeah.
No, the alumni which we are thinking of planning, making all this is a very initial stage, and it will have a very compounding effect over the years. Right now, we are confined that initial stage will work on the MP and around projects, but it will not confine to MP in the long term. So as soon as a election body comes, thereafter the other initiative, other inputs, collaborations, wherever required project basis, that can be very much taken up in the future. I think the concrete organization election is most important, and that is the first base that has to be established. Once it is formed, over the years, it will be a mature. So it addresses most of our concerns also, which we are thinking. But I think it will take at least 2 to 3 years. But let this be the initial step.
Very much true. And there can be so many local chapters also. Of course, it's just the initial thing, but as soon as because we are also
one can be in MP, one can be in Delhi, one can be in South. You always have a scope of expansion.
More and more alumni members there.
There will be local meetings, and they don't have to be in Bhopal. It's not like MP or Bhopal. In different locations, different events, different things can be organized.
Recent time we are getting huge candidates from the south of India. Definitely there could be some local chapters.
They will be there for the ease of traveling and all that.
And that is how it happens in all the institutes. No matter where people are, they are connected with their institute in some or the other way. That's part of your identity. कितना तो पीछे छुड़ाओ हमसे, हम तुम्हारे संग लगे ही रहेंगे.
One challenge that often comes in the government institutes is they cannot take a private project. It has always come through a proper channel and all. Once a established of alumni is established, they can parallelly register a private company. They can coordinate and take a project simultaneously all across, work on project basis, then depart. it all can be arranged, but there has to be a concrete body for that.
That's very important. There are so many companies like you guys might have heard of Alma Shine and Alma Mater. Those companies are there. But like it's very much rightly mentioned that once that elected body is there, you guys can get support of them for organizing events and other things.
So that only I mentioned, they
That's it.
actually have their own data center. They will not share the actual, they will be
Yep.
free to personally share it, but the data will remain with them. So that is the major actually issue.
We are restricted.
Yes. Okay, so I think quickly we can have an introduction of each one of us, like where we, like which batch.
Where are you at the moment?
Yeah, and currently where are you positioned? What is your affiliation? All these things. Just a quick, we'll not.
Whatever you want to tell.
Yeah, we'll not spend more time. I know you all are busy, like packed up with your busy schedules. So within a crisp way, we are able to confine it to 10, 15, 20 minutes. Would be good. I think we can start with Gaurav. Boss, Gaurav.
Nick, can I go first? I need to go back to my
Disha, please
class.
go.
I'm
No,
in
Disha, yeah,
university.
Disha, please.
I'm actually in university. My class is going on. I
Disha,
just took
please
like
go
a
ahead.
10 minutes break.
Please
So
go ahead.
I'm actually in my final semester, Masters in Architecture, doing social impact design. And I have been working part-time and full-time I was working with another company before, but right now I'm working in aged care sector with a company called GBA Architects. So they particularly work in aged care and residential, and it
What's the
aligns with
location?
my degree.
Location?
Sorry?
Where is located?
Perth, Australia, Western Australia. Yeah, so I've started that. For me, it's a huge thing because the principal architect under who I'm working, he is one of the 4 partners of creating the building codes of Australia. So he worked on the building codes
By
that
that, we are also
BCA that
getting
Australia follows.
external examiner for us and expert lectures for our students.
Yeah.
All the examiner
Yeah,
हम कर रहे
exactly.
हैं आपको.
I
Expert
am
lecture
like the magnitude of learning that I have had in 3 months, I have not had in my entire life. The nitty-gritty of the codes, the ones which we were actually referring to, he gives me these cues that why it was formulated like that, or what incident or what failures changed the code. So it's kind of nice to do that. And for now, I have no plans of coming back because I'm not coming back because I'm working full time now. So yeah, but then definitely I'm excited to be part of the alumni group. So yeah, looking forward to it.
What about chess?
Sorry,
What about chess? I do remember you used to play chess.
I did, but I don't play anymore. I go to I utilize the Australian beaches now. I go for swims. So most of the time I'm on the beach or at university or home or in office. So these are the 4 places I can be found in. So yeah, so let's see how this goes. I'm actually looking forward to it. So yeah, let's see. Thank you.
We can go to Gaurav Sinha, who was designed SP logo as well. For the people who don't know, he was the one who designed the logo for the planning architecture Bhopal. So
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, and also I'm kind of excited because not just that, we have a lot of alumni in Australia as well. Sukhanya ma'am, Chetan sir, I am in contact with a lot of people, and even my one batch senior, a lot of people are there in Australia. So Australia has a very strong alumni from SPF, to be honest. Nobody is there in Perth, but in Melbourne, I think 4 or 5 alumni are based in Melbourne, who I'm in touch with. So yeah.
Then please share that we are holding an election here. So if they are not registered, they can register and
Yeah.
be part of the election.
Yeah.
Good to see you,
Thank
Disha.
you.
Gaurav, again,
See
there
you.
is opportunity for logo design for Alumni Association.
सर इसमें तो जरूर पार्ट करूंगा, चाहे इलेक्शंस में करूं ना करूं, ये तो आप पक्का डिजाइन मेरी तरफ से कुछ दिनों में मैं भेजता हूं कुछ बना के.
Very nice.
तो आई थिंक मैं थोड़ा सा बैड इन्फ्लुएंस हूं इस कमिटी के लिए, बिकॉज मैं आर्किटेक्चर से थोड़ा ज्यादा ही डेविएट हो गया हूं. आई बीन वर्किंग इन आईटी इंडस्ट्री अब, तो एप्लीकेशंस बिल्ड करना या सिस्टम्स देखना, इस तरीके की चीज़ों में मैं ज़्यादा हूँ, प्रोडक्ट मैनेजमेंट डिजिटल प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए। थोड़ा सा आपको कैचअप कर देता हूँ। तो जब मैंने आर्किटेक्चर जब पास आउट हुआ था 2013 में, उसके बाद कुछ साल मैंने दिल्ली में काम किया, उसके बाद मैं जर्मनी चला गया था और तब से यहीं पे हूँ। तो मैंने पहली मास्टर्स करी थी प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट में, फिर इतना मज़ा नहीं आया मुझे काम करके, तो मैंने एक एमबीए करा। उसके बाद मैंने कुछ साल खुद की कंपनी यहाँ पे चलाई, अभी भी खैर चल रही है, लेकिन वो भी आर्किटेक्चर रिलेटेड नहीं थी। वो बेसिकली मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड मेडटेक एक कंपनी थी, जिसमें हम कैंसर रिसर्च को एक्सपीडिएट करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे थे। मेरी ग्रैंड मदर की डेथ कैंसर की वजह से हुई थी, तो मेरे लिए बहुत ज़्यादा इमोशनल और सेंसिटिव टॉपिक था जिस पे मैं कुछ बनाना चाहता था। कंपनी को 5-6 साल हो गए हैं, इट्स काइंड ऑफ डूइंग वेल, और काफ़ी सारे बड़े-बड़े टाई अप्स हैं, जैसे फाइजर, जॉनसन एंड जॉनसन, इन तरीके की कंपनीज में साथ में हम कोलैबोरेट करके इनके लिए काम करते हैं। मैं एक्टिव नहीं हूँ, मैं साइलेंट पार्टनर हूँ कंपनी में अब, बिकॉज वी हैव अ बिग टीम। अभी मैं आजकल पेरी करके एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी है जो स्कैफोल्डिंग फॉर्मवर्क्स बनाती है, क्योंकि कुछ टाइम पहले मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि मे बी कंस्ट्रक्शन में वापस जाना चाहिए, अब जितनी भी डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी सीखी है उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए। तो मुझे इस कंपनी में जॉब मिला, एंड व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज कि अब AR, XR, AI जैसी टेक्नोलॉजीज को कंस्ट्रक्शन इंडस्ट्री में, जो बहुत ज़्यादा हमें पता है नोटोरियसली पिछड़ी हो रखी है टू से, कि सबसे लीस्ट डिजिटलाइज्ड सेक्टर है पूरी दुनिया का। तो हम व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू हेल्प इज कि जितने भी टेक्नोलॉजी को हम अब इंड्यूस कर सकें और स्मार्ट सिटीज या किसी भी तरीके की सेंसर टेक्नोलॉजी, या अभी AI में भी बहुत सारी चीज़ें आ रही हैं, उनको किस तरीके से इंटीग्रेट करें, उस डिपार्टमेंट में मैं यहाँ पे हेल्प कर रहा हूँ। आई एम वर्किंग एज अ ग्लोबल डिजिटल सोल्यूशन मैनेजर यहाँ पे। बट मैं अपने आप को सबसे ज़्यादा रिलेट करता हूँ अभी रिसेंट मेरे वेंचर में, जो मैंने एक सोशल मीडिया का चैनल खोला है, इसका नाम टेक शिफ्ट 360 है। हम इंस्टाग्राम, यूट्यूब सब पे हैं। मैं सबको रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि इफ पॉसिबल फॉलो करो, सब्सक्राइब करो, सपोर्ट करो। ये चैनल बेसिकली इसलिए ओपन करा है, अगर कोई भी नॉन लेट्स से IT का बंदा है एंड इफ ही वांट्स टू लर्न अबाउट लाइक हाउ टेक्नोलॉजी वर्क्स एंड इवॉल्व, क्योंकि इतनी जल्दी रैपिडली टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज हो रही है, तो उन लोगों को कोप अप करने में एंड देन यूज दैट टेक्नोलॉजी इन देयर इंडस्ट्रीज, इसको प्रमोट करने के लिए हमने ये चैनल बनाया है। तो दैट्स शॉर्ट अभी तक क्या चल रहा है, अभी मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ। दिस इज द प्रोजेक्ट आई हैव बीन वर्किंग ऑन। आई एम रियली लुकिंग
आपका
फॉरवर्ड।
मोबाइल नंबर भी बता दीजिए।
मैं
Now over to Prashant boss.
सॉरी
Now over to Prashant boss.
या
Getting the
प्रशांत
first
बॉस।
round.
Hello,
प्रशांत
hi
बॉस।
everyone. Hello,
Hi, hi.
am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
तो मैं तो हर साल एसपी भोपाल आता ही रहता हूँ, सभी फैकल्टी से मिलता रहता हूँ। मुझसे ज्यादा रहा नहीं जाता यहाँ गुड़गांव दिल्ली में। वैसे करंटली मैं अपनी फर्म रन कर रहा हूँ यहाँ गुड़गांव में। 2017 में मैंने अर्बन डिजाइन कंप्लीट किया था एसपी भोपाल से। तो नेक्स्ट ईयर 18 में मैंने फुल टाइम अपनी प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट कर दी थी। करंटली मैं लग्जरी रेजिडेंस, फार्म हाउस, स्कूल, हॉस्पिटल, इस तरीके के प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा हूँ। और मेरा एक फाउंडिंग पार्टनर है अनंत। वो हमारी 2008 बैच से है, फर्स्ट बैच से। मैं और वो पार्टनर है, हम दोनों सेम ब्रांड के अंडर। अनंत वहां से इंदौर से हैंडल करता है फर्म, और मैं गुड़गांव से हैंडल करता हूँ। तो एक बड़ा पोर्टफोलियो हम शोकेस करते हैं एक ही वेबसाइट पे, और एक ही सारे सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स पे।
Pradeep boss.
यस। तो जैसा बहुत लोगों ने जर्नी बताई आर्किटेक्चर की, और अपन फर्स्ट बैच थे, एक पहुंचे मैनिट के गेट पे एक बड़ी उम्मीदों के साथ कि हाँ हमारा SPA है और SPA भोपाल है। समहाउ मिले, तो हमें आर्किटेक्चर मैनिट में स्टार्ट हुआ। एक फेस मैं रिमेम्बर कर पा रहा हूँ अपने बैच से, वो है शुभ्रांशु सर, जो हमें एज अ विजिटिंग फैकल्टी पढ़ाने आते थे वहां पे। तो सर हमारी जर्नी को बिल्कुल हमारे साथ साथ चले हैं, साथ में फैकल्टी भी रहे, और पैरेलल बाद में सर ने वहां से मास्टर्स की, तो हम लोगों ने एक साथ अपनी सर की हमारी बैचलर्स और सर की मास्टर्स एक ही बैच में कंप्लीट हुई। तो तो एक कनेक्शन है कि सर हमारे साथ साथ हमेशा रहे हैं। बहुत नोटोरियस रहा हमारा बैच, बहुत कुछ किया। विभोर तो साक्षी है, विभोर तो रहता था बेचारा, हर बार इनकी टीम हारती रहती थी, हम लोग बहुत एक्टिव रहते थे, प्लानिंग वाले ट्रॉफी नहीं ले पाते थे। तो बहुत सारी यादें रही। आज वो वापस, यस यस, वापस आज मिल के रिकॉल कर रहा हूँ वो सारे इवेंट्स। और अच्छा है सर, एक प्लेटफॉर्म मिल रहा है जहाँ पे वापस हम लोग उसको उन पलों को वापस से जिएंगे। अपनी जर्नी यूजी कंप्लीट करने के बाद मैं आईआईटी रुड़की गया था मास्टर्स के लिए, और पोस्ट कंप्लीशन माय मास्टर्स फिर मैं 5-6 सालों तक उत्तराखंड गवर्नमेंट के साथ एटीपी की पोजीशन पे काम किया। और सडनली फिर अपनी प्रैक्टिस में आया। फिर कुछ कोविड के दौरान कुछ ऐसा हुआ कि थोड़ा सा हमारा जो स्टार्टअप था वो फ्लक्चुएट हुआ, तो आई बैक इनटू द एकेडमिक। और अभी मैं एनआईटी पटना में असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर पे हूँ, और यहीं पे पैरेलल अपना टीचिंग के साथ साथ अपनी पीएचडी में फोकस कर रहा हूँ अभी। तो अभी कोई नया वेंचर की तरफ नहीं जा रहा हूँ, बट पोस्ट कंप्लीशन ऑफ माय रिसर्च लेट्स सी कुछ और स्टार्ट करेंगे, और हो सकता है उसमें आप सभी जितने एलुमनाई हैं उनका मैं सपोर्ट डेफिनेटली चाहूंगा।
सचिन बॉस भी जुड़ गए हमारे साथ, सचिन सागर बॉस।
अब हमारे पास बहुत अच्छी फील्ड है, क्रिकेट की भी, फुटबॉल भी, और
सचिन सचिन क्या कर रहे हो ये बताना है अभी, टू कंटेक्स्ट क्लियर कर दे तो।
सचिन सागर वो प्लीज गो अहेड।
Hello, am I audible?
यस
भाई लाउड एंड क्लियर।
हेलो एवरीवन। और मैं तो, मेरे बारे में तो वैसे मोस्टली सब लोग जानते ही होंगे। मैं सचिन सागर, मैं प्रशांत के बैच के ही हूँ। मैंने बीआर का एचपी भोपाल से किया है, और अभी मास्टर्स परस्यू कर रहा हूँ मैं गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर लखनऊ से। मतलब अभी फैकल्टी ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर लखनऊ है, एनवायरमेंटल डिजाइन में। और राइट नाउ मैं अपनी फर्म भी मतलब चला रहा हूँ। मेरी फर्म मुरादाबाद में और हल्द्वानी में बेस्ड है, और छोटे मोटे प्रोजेक्ट करते रहते हैं हम लोग भी। और तो बेसिकली मेरा मैक्सिमम जो काम है वो हॉस्पिटैलिटी से रिलेटेड जितने भी प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं मैं वही डील करता हूँ। और थोड़े बहुत एकेडमिक्स प्रोजेक्ट जो होते हैं, जैसे इंस्टीट्यूशनल जो प्रोजेक्ट होते हैं, जैसे स्कूल्स हो गए, या मतलब कॉलेज एक्सटेंशन वगैरह में मैंने थोड़ा सा काम किया है। बाकी मैंने दिल्ली में काम किया था। आफ्टर जस्ट पास आउट होते ही मैं शरद दास एंड एसोसिएट्स मैंने ज्वाइन किया था। फिर उसके बाद इंडिगल डिजाइन समीर माथुर के पास ज्वाइन किया था। और फिर उसके बाद मैं आ गया था मुरादाबाद। वहां पर मैं पढ़ाने लगा था एमईटी एक फैकल्टी ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर है वहां पर कॉलेज, उसमें मैंने असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर की तरह पढ़ाया भी है, और थोड़ा उसके कॉलेज से रिलेटेड काम भी किए थे, मतलब एज एन आर्किटेक्ट। तो फिर उसके बाद मैंने अपनी फर्म मतलब स्टैब्लिश की वहीं पे ही 2016 में। तब से मैं मुरादाबाद में ही काम कर रहा हूँ। अभी जस्ट लास्ट ईयर मैंने एडमिशन लिया है यहाँ पर लखनऊ में। फैकल्टी ऑफ आर्किटेक्चर है ये, एकेटीयू यूनिवर्सिटी है। संजीव सर ने ही मुझसे बोला था या सजेस्ट किया था कि यहाँ पर एडमिशन लेने के लिए। तो आई ट्राइड एचपी भोपाल बट रिजेक्टेड। तो मेरे को लैंडस्केप आर्किटेक्चर करना था एचपी भोपाल से, लेकिन
बताया क्यों नहीं?
अभी भी
नहीं था उस समय, बता रहे थे।
सर एक एलुमनाई का कोटा रखवा दीजिए सर, इनटेक में सीट्स में। एलुमनाई वाले अगर जाना चाहते तो उनको एटलीस्ट एक सीट तो मिल जाए। सचिन हमारा बहुत निराश है।
फिर उसके बाद मैंने संजीव सर से बात करी थी, और अमित खरे सर से भी बात करी थी। और संजीव सर ने मुझसे ये कहा था कि तुम इसमें ले लो, और ये सस्टेनेबिलिटी से रिलेटेड है कोर्स, तो इसमें आप ले लो एडमिशन, बेटर रहेगा। तो मैंने फिर यहीं पे एडमिशन लिया था फिर उसके बाद।
वेरी गुड, गुड लक
Very
सचिन।
nice, very
छोटे
nice.
छोटे करता बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट करो, शुभकामनाएं हैं।
थैंक यू सर।
नेक्स्ट
एक रुशांग मिश्रा बॉस भी है हमारे साथ। मेरे को याद है सचिन बॉस का खौफ भी था बहुत ज्यादा। मुरादाबाद मेरे को याद था।
बिल्कुल
अभी विभोर अभी कम नहीं हुआ है, अभी भी है।
हाँ बिल्कुल। रुशांग बॉस प्लीज गो अहेड।
आबिर्भाव है मेरे साथ, मतलब यहाँ पर पढ़ाता है आबिर्भाव, इसमें ही रिसर्च एसोसिएट है एकेडीयू में।
वो तो आई थिंक अभी लैंड वो
हाँ
लैंडस्केप
से, लेकिन यहाँ पर रिसर्च एसोसिएट है। आबिर्भाव है, अरुंधति भी है यहाँ पर पढ़ा रही है, और उसमें
सबको बोलो रजिस्ट्रेशन करवाएं, जितने भी परिचित हैं सबको बोलो रजिस्ट्रेशन करो।
बिल्कुल
और
बिल्कुल।
वोटिंग करें।
आई थिंक अब थोड़ा जल्दी वो करते हैं। रुशांग बॉस प्लीज।
हेलो नमस्कार सर, बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा है आप सबको देख के। मैं एक्चुअली ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ अभी, तो मैं वापस जा रहा हूँ अभी दिल्ली, बट क्योंकि मीटिंग थी और मैं मिस नहीं करना चाहता था तो मैंने फिर लॉग इन कर दिया, बट मैं बहुत ज्यादा बता नहीं पाऊंगा अभी क्योंकि ड्राइव कर रहा हूँ।
Let me see.
अभी अभी तो करेंटली मैं यूएस बेस्ड प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा हूँ कुछ।
Payless.
आई थिंक दुर्गा दुर्गा
Oh.
Hi.
Hi everyone. It's so happy to see you after many years.
We are closer.
3 साल पहले आया था भोपाल, उसके बाद अभी करंटली आई एम इन हैदराबाद। जब कॉलेज से पास आउट होकर दिल्ली में 5 साल काम किया था, देन आई केम बैक टू हैदराबाद आफ्टर 5 years. देन आई डिड माय मास्टर्स इन
There's some glitch.
masters in psychology, and then now I'm working for an Australian. Huh? Then I'm working for an Australian company where we build buildings in Australia, US, and Singapore. I have my own firm called Kriti. That's all. We make buildings mostly in Australia and US.
You are you are working in India itself or you're abroad?
India, work from home, but I keep visiting. Yeah.
Or Venkatesh?
Correct.
I think I have most of my memories with you, Venkatesh.
हाँ बस अभी भी याद है मुझे भी।
Go ahead.
आई थिंक गौरव बॉस जैसे मैं भी थोड़ा सा बैड इन्फ्लुएंस ही रहूंगा शायद इस ग्रुप के लिए। तो आई आल्सो डिपार्टेड बिट फ्रॉम आर्किटेक्चर, सो फिर आई डिड माय एमबीए फ्रॉम IIM कोईकोड। तो इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी था, एक ही टाइम पे गेट और कैट दिया था, तो IIT रुड़की और IIM कोईकोड का ऑफर था। तो ऑफ कोर्स तो हवा तो वहाँ साइड निकल गया, तो फिर वहाँ चला गया था। तो फिर बट देन माय रूट्स आर स्टिल कनेक्टेड टू आर्किटेक्चर, सो वाइफ स्टिल एन आर्किटेक्ट, सो टीचर्स। एक बार उनके यूनिवर्सिटी पे जब गया था, उनके डीन से जब बात हुई थी, उन्होंने भी बोला था यू आल्सो स्टार्ट टीचिंग अस एज ए विजिटिंग। तो अपार्ट फ्रॉम माय जॉब इन स्टार्टअप, सो इट्स मोर लाइक इनटू इंट्रासिटी लॉजिस्टिक्स, सो इट्स मोर लाइक एन उबर ओला फॉर लॉजिस्टिक्स, दैट्स इट। मतलब जैसे आप कैब मंगाते हो वैसे आवर इज ए मोबाइल ऐप बेस्ड कंपनी, जो कि आप ऑन स्पॉट आप ट्रक मंगा सकते हो या मे बी टू व्हीलर आल्सो टू सेंड यू गुड्स।
पोर्टर तो नहीं है?
यस
पोर्टर तो नहीं है आपकी कंपनी?
यस यस
वही है क्या?
हाँ हाँ वही है।
अरे नाइस, वेरी नाइस।
So
Good.
Porter.
Everybody knows about it.
yeah,
आइडिया बॉक्स। पहले भी तुम्हारे पास बहुत आइडियाज होते थे, है ना?
You have done some magic to the architect in which you have done your, training. Neil Pandey always asked me about Venkatesh. पता नहीं क्या मैजिक करके आए थे भाई। Very nice, very very good image for you. बोला यार ऐसे बच्चे जरूर भेजा करो।
Yes.
So I think Shubham we missed you. Shubham Meena.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
I will take my interview very crisp because I know there is a time limit is there. I have completed my bachelor's in 2018. I am 6th batch of SP Bhopal. After my bachelor's, I have joined SP Bhopal again because yes, SP Bhopal is my first love always. And I have done my urban design there. I have spent almost 7 years in SP Bhopal, and when I am in second year, we are the first batch who have shifted to the new campus, and the struggle is really very hard actually. और वो स्ट्रगल ने हमें इतना सिखाया है कि हम बाहर जाके कहीं पे भी सरवाइव कर सकते हैं. तो that was really tough.
Bhopal is your first love.
Yes, sir, always. And SP Bhopal is my second home. First the home, and second home is always SP Bhopal. I have spent 7 years continuously. तो SP Bhopal अलग ही है कुछ. And SP Bhopal ने बहुत सारी learnings दी हैं. After completed my masters, I have worked almost for 2 years in industry. And after in October 2022, I have joined NIT Patna as assistant professor. Currently, I am here only, and I am doing my research work on thermal comfort also. But yeah, it is quite amazing for me. कि during my bachelor's, I never thought कि life में इतना पढ़ना पड़ेगा और ये पढ़ाई खत्म नहीं हो रही है.
I'm very happy that when I visited NIT Patna and talked to you, and I just advised that do some courses and this and that, it will, benefit in the NIT, and you started with that. I'm very happy.
Sir, because of your guidance, we have done almost 4 workshops and 1 international conference in last 1 year.
Very nice.
Shubham Rakesh.
Sir, even
Shubham
even
Rakesh.
I love to
And
add,
I
sir,
really want to thank Rachna ma'am. The purpose for the NIT. Actually, Rachna ma'am ने गलती से मुझे एक WhatsApp भेजा था और उसके अंदर that notice was there कि NIT के अंदर opening आया है, and I just applied it.
Good.
So I am really very thankful to Rachna ma'am.
So Rachna ma'am, I owe a treat from you, Shubham.
राकेश बॉस को भी बोले
सर, एसपी भोपाल से हम 3 लोग हैं, मी, शुभम एंड राकेश, 3 लोग हैं जो एसपी भोपाल से एनआईटी पटना में है. तो
रंजन वगैरह भी तो लगे ना टाउन प्लानिंग में.
हाँ, बिहार में तो सर वी हैव नंबर ऑफ पीपल्स, बट एनआईटी पटना का में 3 लोग. तो सर हम एनआईटी पटना, सर पटना में एक एसपी भोपाल का सब सेंटर बना सकते हैं एलुमनाई का.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
2-3 महीने का अपॉइंटमेंट हुआ है पटना का,
यस
कॉर्पोरेशन में. I know some 7-8 people.
और भी तो लोग हैं.
Eventually we have some PhD scholars also in NIT Patna.
Yes.
From SP Bhopal.
Great.
I think we'll move to Abhishek. Abhishek, one of the most active.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Just give me a moment. Yes, sir.
But it will take time. We'll move to others and we can come back to you.
Hello. Hello everyone. I passed out last year only 2023. I completed my master's in transport planning from SP Bhopal, and as everybody knows, like here, all the faculty that I was the president for the council year 2022-2023. So like I still receive messages from students like, sir, we miss you and all these things. And in fact, I tell them I miss the campus even. In fact, like more than anything, every day, like when I left the campus, I stopped thinking about the campus. I stopped talking about it because it was very difficult for me to go back, like without SP Bhopal, it was very difficult for me. Like every day.
You have taken so many gold medals from here. You are searching that where is gone.
Yes, sir, definitely. हाँ मैम.
हमारे गोल्ड का खजाना कम हो गया है.
मैम अभी तो शुरू किया है, मैं अभी तो बहुत गोल्ड मेडल लाने हैं. ये तो अभी कुछ नहीं है. But ma'am, definitely the experience was really good. And currently I'm working at Tata Consulting Engineers, Mumbai, for India's first bullet train project. So I'm stationed in Mumbai and working on the bullet train station. Yeah, sir. Yeah. So yes, and I'm thinking to visit SP Bhopal soon, maybe next month or next to next month, because it is very difficult for me to not to visit campus and not to see. Like I really miss SP a lot. Yes.
Thanks, Abhishek. I think we can move to Harshil. Harshil, can you hear us?
Hello everyone. I would just like to invite Shalki also with me. We recently got married also, and we are working together.
Congratulations.
Hi everyone.
Hi. So, we are good. Thank you. So basically after graduating from SP Bhopal, हमने काफी सारी चीजें करी हैं, and I worked with a lot of good architects, Arun Riwal, Ranjit Sabiki sir, Bimal Patel. Recently, 2-2.5 साल I was working with Bimal Patel sir in HCP for the Central Vista project. उनका जो दिल्ली में जितना भी लाइसेंसिंग का काम होता था सारी चीजें हम करवाते थे. उसके बाद we started our own firm called Space Story, and we both are working together here in. We are doing a lot of projects like resorts, industrial projects, residences, mostly commercial projects we are doing, and very happy to be a part of this meeting. Shanti, you want to say?
Okay,
Thank you.
I think we have missed this Srinivas, our academician from SPO Delhi. I think he is busy somewhere. So we can move to Romit. Romit, can you hear us? Like I see your
was loud and
follow
clear.
your LinkedIn post and everything proactively. You're doing so much. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, boss. Good to see you and good to see everyone. I think it's a really great occasion. I think, and I hope that this association like goes in a really fruitful manner. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Romit, and I was a part of the 2012 batch of Bachelors of Planning. And after my bachelor's, I joined JLL as a consultant there, worked with various private and public sector clients. Then I shifted my focus to the to development sector, and then I underwent a executive education program from IMA in public policy and management, and I've been working in the development space across education, then livelihood sector, and now I'm currently in the health sector. So I've been switching sectors, but I think the uh, common theme across all the projects that I'm doing is my interest and involvement in the digital program. So currently, I'm working. I'm supporting the state government of Punjab in the implementation of the Ayushman Bharat digital mission. So yeah, this is in the previously I was working with the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. So yeah, a lot of government consulting work comes across towards my side. But yeah, I think very happy to connect with all of you. Happy to see some of my fellow batchmates over here. So yeah, looking forward to whatever this association brings. Yeah.
Great to hear.
Yes, if I may come in. Hello?
Hello. Yeah,
Yes,
Srinivas.
sir.
Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I'm basically 2019 postgraduate from SPA Bhopal, and since immediately after post-graduating, I started my own company in Hyderabad, which provides consultancy services to small industries and rental agencies also. So after experimenting with this, I happened to come across advertisement for SPA New Delhi, which I have applied and I've secured as an assistant professor. And thereafter, since last 4 years, I've been an academician in SPA New Delhi. So one good habit that I've inculcated over the years is I regularly basis I read the newspapers. So I happen to come across very advertisements of consultancy projects, and but that requires a private limited company. And apart from consultancy business, an academician cannot involve in those activities. So I think this SPA alumni can bring that as a private company also, which on projectly basis we can participate, and consultancies to SPA Bhopal faculties could also be involved in that. And that could be a game changer because every other person who works on this associated projects gets the gain experience to the SPA Bhopal private limited company that we will launch after this administration elections are established. So I think this is a game changer thing which can be established, and freelancer basis people can participate in it. Project basis they can collaborate in it and add on the experience. So just a regulatory framework as a framework can be established, and I think that is new thing that I can also uh, contribute the knowledge base and the experience, a little that I have. So I think that is the best part I'm looking forward for this alumni. Thank you.
Sure, there would be a lot of opportunity of this kind. Definitely.
Yeah, I think, sir, this is good suggestions. This is the good suggestion for the people who are working with the government.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello, everybody. Nice to see everyone. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Okay, so I did my bachelor's from SPA Bhopal. I graduated in 2020. After which I worked for 3 years in a firm in Delhi called Studio Lotus as a project lead. And after that, I gave my GATE. Currently, I am doing Masters of Design in IIT Kanpur. In fact, I just finished my class. I'm in my hostel in IIT Kanpur right now. And also, I'm currently, since I am doing design, I'm trying to my ultimate goal is to open my own firm, which will be an interdisciplinary firm. So currently, I'm exploring UX, and I am joining Microsoft in May as a UX designer.
Very great. We have one faculty over here, Sanu Sharma. She has done also this from Masters in Product Design from IIT Kanpur.
Also for PhD.
PhD. And she has designed some, wheelchair, something like that.
Wheelchair. Stair climbing.
Stair climbing wheelchair as a,
Oh, yes, I've heard about that. Yes.
She's there in SP Bhopal.
We also have a design program now here in SPA.
Yes, so it was there, ma'am. Tiwari sir had started it while we were doing our bachelor's.
All right.
And in fact, I spoke to Saurabh Tiwari sir before deciding where I want to go, and he had done his PhD in IIT Kanpur under certain faculty, and he knew what I wanted to do, so he advised coming here, and I'm working with the same faculty.
Also, wanted to expand on this particular direction in design because we have design department and trying to open up some new opportunities in that line as well. So I think your input in can also help us.
For sure, sir. I would like to tell you that we have 20 people in our batch, out of which 15 are architects. It's all architects doing Masters of Designer because it's a natural transition, and it's much better for us to expand our horizons, and that is why I feel like everyone comes.
Sir, same is the story across all IITs, by the way. 75%.
Architects. Who's next?
Okay, so
anyone who wanted to?
Yeah, Tarun.
Hi everyone, I'm Tarun Bhasin. I graduated in 2017 along with Harshal, Shalki. I think Sukanya is here, and I was in the same batch with Romit also. He graduated a year earlier. So after graduating from SPA, I worked in the field in the architecture construction industry only, but with different organizations to try to understand the business end of architecture. So for a while, I worked in a marketing agency that used to do marketing for architects. After that, I worked in a real estate company. After that, I did my master's in urban design from University College London. I came back, I tried to start my own company in partnership with one more person. That did not work out. After that, I actually ended up working for an e-commerce company in furniture design. So learned how to make furniture, how to manufacture furniture and sell furniture. And now I'm doing MBA. I just realized I learned a fair bit of components of related to architecture business here and there. So I wanted to bring that knowledge together. So I'm doing executive MBA from MDI Gurgaon, and I'll see where I go after this.
Oh, do you know Mohak is also doing his MBA in MDI? I don't know if you've spoken to him.
Yeah, we haven't spoken. I think he's doing a different course. So I think we probably saw each other a couple of times, and I think
Okay.
he's doing an exchange program also.
No, he's not doing
No,
IB.
no.
He's doing basic PGDM. He's doing his
Okay.
MBA at MDI.
Okay. We do have like very separate buildings where we study, so there isn't a lot of crossover. Yeah.
There are so many those who are bringing birthday prize to us, winning different fellowships. So, Gary, that's a good thing which has
Ma'am?
happened, over the years. Berkeley Prize is still, we have winners of Berkeley Prize. We always have representation of
I'm
part in Berkeley Prize.
I stay updated with that news. I feel happy every year when someone tells me that there's another team from SP Bhopal that's won Berkeley, and I feel really happy about that. I don't know. There's always going to be this link, I think, even 10 years, 20 years down the line. And I hope like even 10 years, 20 years down the line, there's always a team from SP Bhopal that is winning Berkeley. Uh, to the point when I think Berkeley Prize is going to take in SP Bhopal as consultants rather than participants in the prize.
Dear alumni, we have our director with us, Professor Kailasa Rao, who is instrumental in this particular event which we are holding today, and a lot of pressure from sir to just activate and formalize everything as soon as possible so that we can connect to our student and can make it excellent. I would request sir to please say a few words to our alumni members.
Yeah, very good evening to all of you.
Good evening,
sir. Good evening.
Thank you for joining in a short time. In fact, I mean, first within few months after taking charge, I asked how is our alumni body is working. So then I was told that it is there, but in a little dormant stage. It's not in a fully active mode. I said that it's the biggest asset that we have. You guys are our brand ambassadors, and I'm sure I'm only a visitor for this place for 5 years, but you guys are the sort of permanent stakeholders of this institution. So then first thing that we said is that, I mean, why not we initiate this process? There was a little delay. Then recently I got to know that it wasn't moving ahead. Then we said that no, come whatsoever, let's bring all of them on board as quickly as possible. So that is the reason that with a little short notice, we all are gathering here. I'm very sure that you guys have a huge role to play as our representatives or SP Bhopal's flag bearers. So I request whatever the things that has to be required in terms of joining it, activating it. In fact, I do get some sort of a small mails from now and then that I'm an alumni, I've been doing so and so, and then what way I can be helpful to the institution. Please let us know what is that I can contribute to the institution. I do get a lot of mails. So this will be a good opportunity. So whatever that is required, let's speed up the process of formalizing it and have our representatives of alumni, and also should have some sort of an annual event. We had this thing. So all the students who passed out 15 years back. 15 years is a good enough time for the people to settle down or doing something. So entire batch can come to the institution and as an annual event. Every batch with at their 15th year of graduation, or let's say 25th year of graduation, come back to the school and get together. It would be a great idea. That's what I think. I'm sure other modalities, other programs, you all will be must have discussed already how we can take it forward. Please chop out a program and get back to us as quickly as possible, and let's keep the ball rolling. That's what is my little request to all of you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir, for your kind words.
Thank you, sir.
Is anything to be said? We'll move to Abhishek, I think. Abhishek?
First two batches might have completed by 15 years, right?
Yeah, so it's a good time.
It's a good time.
Good time to have a get together.
The first batch passed out in 2012. And next year 30.
No,
See, year of admission, not after passing out, but the year of
2008.
admission.
That's 2008.
Yeah.
Now, how do you identify yourself?
Yeah.
Year of admission, the year of graduation, normally. But if you want to call it, I mean, you guys call yourself to batch of 2008 or 2012. How do you relate yourself?
Sir, our scholar IDs consists of admission here. I think.
Admission.
Yes.
So let's call
I
it.
think that will be approved because exit time is different from planning and architecture. So different हो जाता है ना. आपका beginning time एक batch होता है.
Exit. Year अलग भी हो सकता है, एक ही बैच में एक ही प्रोग्राम में भी.
वो अलग बात है, लेकिन year of admission is normally because that is the batch formation.
8, 9, 10 in that.
the institute also.
No,
You are a family institute also.
जब year of graduation में क्या होता है, कुछ लोग छूट जाते हैं, कुछ लोग एक्स्ट्रा टाइम लेना चाहते हैं, और कुछ पुराने बैच से यहाँ पे भी आप लोगों के साथ मिलके भी आ जा सकते हैं बाहर. So year of admission may be a good idea. So good. And also one more thing we really require. I'm sure you all must be aware that never before the architecture profession is going through a little lower ebb. Do you agree with that? I do not know. At this juncture of time, we have quite a few things which are happening. Sometimes you feel very sad that a graduate from the institution of national importance, higher this thing, is not even earning less than much lesser than many of the smaller professionals or even industry by industry standards. This is not. I thought across the disciplines it's happening. Initially, we were trying to casual our students that okay, fine, IT guys may start with a good package in the beginning, but you guys become employers, you become grow over a time. But then there is some certain kind of a communication has to be there between us, because it is your experiences which is going to guide us, isn't it? It is possible that we may become obsolete being sitting there as teachers. There's a very high possibility. We may still be living in the past glory that architecture is a great profession, it's doing wonderful and all those things. It may not be required. It's also important for us to see ourselves in the mirror at times and change our course. So we really require your help to because you are in a position to see the world, assess the some of you must have tweaked it, some of you must have changed the course of direction, some of you must have consolidated new paths. So it's important for us to hear from you. In that perspective also, that should be the takeaway for as an institution, and that's the contribution that you have to do from your side. If I have to change my direction of the course or the contents of the course, all those things I think we require a certain kind of serious dialogue. Apart from you're always welcome, but please plan it out. The first batch to 15 years is a good enough time to have a insight into these things, introspect various these things. All these things are really as a required. So that's the reason I was much more eager to meet you all. Honestly speaking, none of us have this database. The kind of a database, it may be there, but some sort of a lost touch. Those who just graduated a couple of years back, they may not be a very realistic or holistic picture. They are giving a slightly little depressing view, saying that profession is going in a direction. I have to sort of diversify myself or whatever those kind of things. But you guys are in a position to give a realistic picture, whatever it is. So that's the reason. Please get back to us as quickly as possible. And has anybody date has been fixed for this thing?
Election date or
Election date is fixed, but fix a date so that they can come and stay in the hostel. They haven't. Yes, please come back. Occupy your hostel room for whatever 2 days or 3 days. Come with your families. And I'm sure you will see certain changes. Some good, some very good.
Just wanted to add few more. Sir has initiated another process of the revised DPR for SP Bhopal so that we can introduce some new programs and new intake of the student. I think in which we are going to introduce so many programs in which management is actually what is involved there. And we also wanted to see look from your side if you have seen new horizon or new areas of development where we can include as a academic course. Definitely you can share your views so that we can include in the revised DPR. It can become part of the forthcoming development. We are in the process of that. Just you can think in that line if some new ideas, new courses or new course or new directions which can help the new students for future.
Even in our regular courses, with NEP, we are revising, we are adding electives, we are making it flexible, we are adding multidisciplinary courses. So where should we really expand? Which direction should we really expand? Even within our existing courses. So that's also can come from you. Your feedback will be very helpful.
Very, very. I think we have all the dates. One date we'll let you know, or if you can let us know which date you want to come. We will ensure that your hostel rooms Whether you share with your juniors or whether you can, have an independent room, we'll leave it to your choice. And I'm sure we can organize that, event
Yes,
where you can come back and, stay with us for a couple of days, or, if you keep it during the working time, we would like to, you guys to share with your experiences with the current students. Have 1 or 2 days of sessions from your side. We'll curate it properly so that, the varied experiences of yours can be shared with our current students and have some kind of a, bonds which are built with the institution.
So I think in
Director,
parallel to
sir.
the election process, some of you may think in this line, and you can make a program and we can discuss together what you wanted to do, when we wanted to do, so that we can arrange it as soon as possible.
Gaurav has something to say, I think. Gaurav,
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I totally agree with what points you said. I mean, everybody would agree here in this room. I'm just addressing the elephant out here. Architecture has, like, I think, at least for me, I can say it was a problem that when I started, salaries weren't too well financially. It wasn't so lucrative, and I've seen like the entire journey of changing from an architect into that IT guy, what you were speaking about, right? And I've done a lot of mistakes in through this journey. I have a couple of ideas like how this can be done, or like in case of how sir also rightly suggested, we can introduce some new courses. I'm already doing these courses with many German universities who also teach architecture, and they are more in direction of how AI can be integrated, machine learning can be integrated with architects. If you allow, with all due respect, sir, I can conduct an online workshop for the students, also for alumni, if anybody is interested, how this bridge can be done, because it's not that architects are paid less. It's just that the skills which we have right now, which we are learning, is not enough in the modern world. I mean, I was sitting with the sales manager of Nemcheck from Germany a couple of days back in one of the seminars, and it took me almost like an year to understand how to render a 3D model properly. Yeah? And I took like a lot of BIM Autodesk courses, whatnot, spent tons and tons of money on it. It took this guy literally 5 seconds. He wrote a prompt and the entire building got generated and rendered. So the industry is like on the brink of getting totally disrupted. And if we don't change, we'll be dinosaurs very fast.
Yes. No,
So if
fully
you
agree
allow,
with
sir,
you,
I
Gaurav.
have a
I think this is the
presentation.
insight we require. This is, we all, for all practical purposes, we may talk about it. Now, to tell you something very interesting, when I met some of the alumni in my old institution, after a long time, one student, came and he took up the mic on the stage, and he was very, very, nicely he put in a certain way. Initially, it sounded a little strange. He said that, to addressing all the teachers, he said, "Sir, everything that you taught 20 years back, I have absolutely no idea what you taught. I have forgotten already. Absolutely no way I could, recollect what you taught." But he said nice thing. He said that I don't know. I mean, if I still remember what you taught 20 years back, either, I have not become relevant to the current times. I'm still living in the 20 years back. So a lot of unlearning was required for me to get into the current days scenario. If I still say that, what you taught was fantastic and great, and that means you have not grown as a student and not as an individual, and as a professional. But what he said very nice is that I remember the way you taught. I remember, the method to learning rather than what you taught must have become irrelevant. I think as a teacher, a good teacher should become irrelevant after some time. Not in terms of a classroom, but in terms of in the sense like you have to learn the ways of different means of learning, ways of learning. Perhaps I think agree with you, Gaurav, that what you said is perfectly all right. There are times like we may teach you the current students also ways of learning. What to learn? Frankly speaking, we have our own hard disks or softwares are 70s make, 80s make. So we still have there is a limit for upgradation. But then yes, we have certain ways to learn from you guys. So please do come back, whether it's offline or let's mobilize. Let's keep the ball rolling.
Friends, we have another very familiar face with all of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
Words for our alumni.
So glad to see you. Hello.
नाम तो सुना ही होगा.
हाँ सर, बिल्कुल. 14 मुल्कों की पुलिस ने सुन रखा है.
कैसा है प्रदीप, कैसा है तरुण? बढ़िया बढ़िया सर, सब बढ़िया. गुड.
वेरी गुड सर. आप कैसे हो?
और मैं बिल्कुल बढ़िया हूँ, आप सब लोगों की शुभकामनाओं से. 11 days of Tamil Nadu to Kerala tour. I just completed and still alive.
Only thing is, sir is not speaking Tamil yet.
Vanakkam. By 2 words I could travel on.
Big smile.
That is very good. Smile is very good. But as sir has said, we have taught you only learning to learn. If you have learned that, how to learn, that's enough.
I think so. This is the like biggest advantage that I feel I have now that I'm in the field. Especially design as an education has sort of given me a certain degree of aptitude to interpret things. तो कुछ भी new आता है, it does not scare me anymore. Uh, I think the only thing I would like to add is like while doing MBA, one thing I've understood is ki the financial part or the accounting part of things that is required for running a business is something that used to scare me a lot. Go and if I start my own company, how am I going to manage the books? What does it even look like? I think that is the only part of the education that I feel was the missing component. But otherwise, like looking back and where I am right now, I'm deeply appreciative that I chose architecture as my vocation, as my primary vocation more than anything else in the world.
So I think I completely agree with that because I think if nothing else, this course has made us jack of all trades. My interview that happened with Microsoft, I had not even done a week of masters at IIT Kanpur yet, and I got selected purely on the basis of the work I had done in architecture, and they have got nothing to do with architecture. All they require is design thinking, which I feel architecture teaches you even better than honestly a masters of design teaches you. So that is something I think we will take with us forever. But as like you said about the field being outdated, I do agree that we as architects are quite stuck in our ways. And since it's such an old profession, older than other design professions, I think our ways of doing things and approaching things are still quite primitive in some ways. So if we can have some kind of discourse on this, and I would like to add if we can have some other kind of channel to do this, because I know a lot of my batchmates want to be here. They're not here because they're at work or some other reason. So if we can have some kind of maybe some platform forum on social media, I don't know where, but if somewhere we
Like
can
a
collect this on
Slack
text.
or a Slack or a
Yeah,
Discord
Slack
channel.
is really good. Slack is really good. Yeah. No, on that note, I would also like to add that honestly, I have never worked in aged care, but I did my thesis with Rachna ma'am. And the magnitude of learning that I had with her during that association with ma'am, thank you. I'm honestly saying today I'm working in aged care because of that thesis. And every time they see that thesis in my portfolio here, every interview that I have gone to, they have appreciated it so much. And I don't know why I didn't say thank you to you before, but yeah, I should say it because the magnitude of learning and the research that I had done under you and what I have learned is enormous. And on that note, we were just talking about changing the architect. Yes, I do feel that there's a huge backlog or lacking in the Indian education system, but it's a very different experience when I did my master's in Australia. You know why? Because I have seen during past 1.5 years of studying, I'm in my final semester, I have seen my course change from time to time on the basis of what the industry needed. Not just the course content, but also the way professors approach the subject that they're teaching. So the presentation that the professors used last year is not the same. So if I go and ask for my assignment from somebody else for a reference, it'll be absolutely different. And it's just the way of teaching is so encouraging, and nobody will come. You fail, you fail. You pass, you pass. It's just the course is designed in a way that it'll engage you in the maximum level of possibility that the professors can do us. And it's amazing. So if I can add a few experiences and input to develop the curriculum, I would be definitely interested in that area.
Sure. In fact, it is the other way around as well. We are fortunate to get a very fertile mind in terms of student. As I can recall, once I was teaching slams to this batch of this Amrita, she came across after that subject that why we can't think about destigmatization of slum. That was a great thinking in that way. We always do something, even that attempt becomes the improvement of something in slum, but never think about destigmatization. She brought that term. I just give your example whenever I that's make a sense actually. We both were learning. That's very nice.
You guys have moved ahead, but we still have your thesis report, your presentations and everything. And we keep sharing with our younger students, that look at the kind of work your seniors have done. So good. It'll be wonderful to engage you again, all of you back again in our curriculum development.
Which date where they can come? Let's have one date.
So
where they
lecture
can...
date that is going to be happening 8th of May.
And 8th date when they can come. The
So do you want to come before lecture or after lecture?
First batch.
First batch, 2008 batch.
2008 batch. Anybody is there representative there?
There are
So many others.
4-5 are there. Please
Yes,
talk to
sir.
yourself, talk to the other friends of yours, and we'd like to have the first batch.
And take the initiative. You are the initiator for the SPA.
Pradeep ji is from the first batch, is it?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll
We'll discuss with
Prashant ji, Pradeep ji, please have a, I'm sure you must be having your own WhatsApp group, your own
Yes,
batch.
sir. We have.
Immediately हमको date बताइए. Whenever you want to come, please come. And please come with the families also.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Definitely, sir. We'll discuss and we'll let you know.
ठीक है, कैंपेन यहीं से शुरू कर लेना भाई.
पहले हमारा इलेक्शन अच्छे से कराओ. We are doing this online thing and we should have a strong executive body.
Yes.
And then we should do our first batch का 15 साल वाला event here in SPA.
Okay.
As soon as the elected body.
Yeah. And one more thing, sir has, Khare sir has already started one initiative to form a Section 8 company. Yeah. SPS, a Section 8 company. I'm sure when you come, he has lots of things to discuss. Today itself, we discuss with the chartered accountant. It will, all the CSR funds and other kind of thing. Alumni has got a huge role to play in that one. And perhaps for all the incubation of things that what you wanted to do there and you still could not do it, we still, the platform is still open through that Section 8 company. So we'll have an incubation center very soon. Whether we get it Atal or Natal, hum Atal hai. Right. क्यों सर लोग क्या 10 करोड़ देंगे सर, इससे ज्यादा हमारे बच्चे निकाल पाएंगे.
Tarun and they people already interested in taking activities of this kind of stuff. There would be many more.
ठीक है सर, we'll wind up the so with the dates and all these things. Right. So let me thank everybody. Thanks to the faculty who took the initiative. And thank you all for joining this one. Looking forward to see you all. See you as soon as possible.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Really happy to.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Please at least have a word of mouth with other alumni so that we can have a larger group next time when we at least more than 100 count.
Sure.
The initiative of
Because I am also floating everywhere wherever I can. Like,
And if there is one bigger group, WhatsApp group, alumni group.
yeah, we have them.
You have it. So all of them are there.
Yeah.
And try and see that some of them will not be very active. Let them also.
Yeah. So looking at the current experience, how your experience was and when meeting is concerned, you can have a word of mouth with other alumni. Like particularly your batch mates, it will be good for us. Right?
Sir, if I can ask something.
Yeah.
Anything, if everything is fine, we'll wind up the.
Sir, I would like to ask something, maybe point out something actually.
Please.
Yeah, Venkatesh, please go ahead.
Sir, it's one of the critical observation. Actually, once you go out of the come out of the campus, so you always have fond memories to look after, and also sometimes a post from my alumni on LinkedIn. But one thing I keenly as an alumni see is that NRF ranking.
Yeah,
So
please,
that
please.
ever since 2018, it came into picture that architectural ranking. So we were on 5th rank actually, supposed to be. Then the recent ranking was stuck to 11. So it actually concerns me as a alumni also because I wanted to see my alma mater to be as good as being on top one. So is there any roadmap around it, or maybe we as a group from outside can push something nuts to it to improve that ranking actually?
If lobbying can help, I would have asked you to do with Venkatesh. But we don't. Right now, we are not worried about it. The objective is that let's do good work. Ranking आधा जाता रहेगा.
Okay.
But actually we are lacking in terms of perception.
Perception will start from this only, I think. The first.
So if you start making good perception, definitely it is going to raise the ranking.
I think
Share
perception.
with others,
Yeah.
and that way it will help us build a perception.
I think perception starts from this building.
We'll have it. I think Venkatesh, though we said very lightly, we are serious into it. We'll see how it takes forward. Right now, yes, it is. I'm really happy that it is concerns to the concerns of the alumni. So, point well taken. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. We are working on it. We have some plans.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay, then it was a great.
Chale.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everyone.
See you soon. Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye bye. Good night.
So good to connect with all of you.
somebody वाली काट दे।